Alright, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 115, continuing on to 116. I did go take a nap, got some decent sleep in, and so it is time to move on here, and I think we are going to go ahead and fly down. I think we're going to go ahead and fly up to the next zone, and go up to Nazmir. And that way we can kind of continue where we left off with Zach when he gets back. We didn't do too much without him, so I just kind of finished up that node. So I should be able to kind of just join him. Good morning, Corey. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we should just be able to jump right in here. So we'll fly on up to what looks like we got to take up here. Looks like we already have something explored. I guess maybe we flew over it. It's pretty enough. I was gonna send it into screenshot mode, but we're already here, just like that. So it looks like we head down this little hill. We'll keep an eye out for mining and stuff. It looks like the prices are already settling in. They're not cheap. They're not expensive. I was expecting things to be a little pricier, but fish may still carry some of the value. We've still got fish that are trading up at, and then it looks like Umbra Shards have gone up in value since last night, as we have more enchanters. So I think as the amount of gear that gets enchanted and stuff goes up, the initial wave of people trying to be first to level was worth something, and then after that, it really kind of lost its value until there's a market demanding it. I'm not sure how to safely get down there. I feel like we're going to be attacked when we jump down. Maybe we'll grab the next deposit. Being a bit lazy instead of being productive. Nice. I think we had one little hiccup last night where they were rolling out some updates, and I had a little bit of a hiccup going in, but overall it's been a lot smoother than any other expansion I've played, World of Warcraft or otherwise. I've been very impressed with their ability. I've spent maybe an hour and a half of my time last night dealing with either laggy servers or having to relog in a few times. Other than that, like, it's been, every hour has been without interruption entirely. Not like, oh, it gets laggy sometimes. I mean, like, it has been buttery smooth. So it was maybe an hour and a half of the, like, 6 hours or 7 hours we played last night that was less than ideal. I've got all my settings and stuff turned down to try to help everything on my end, but I can't fix the server. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to pull something here. Nope. We're gonna make a quest node here. I don't know. Okay.
I will not leave my people's corpses like this.
Don't leave the corpses like this. Burn the corpses. Okay, so that's now working. I had an add-on last night that was interrupting with this. Looks like that's fixed itself. I didn't even update add-ons. I didn't think about that. I should have. Alright. Burner 3, 4. And there we go. That should be all of them. Actually, more than all of them. I have a new PvP talent available. Where? I do? I don't know. We're in war mode. So far that's not working poorly for me. If it does, then I'll just teleport back and we'll remove it. When I want to go over to the war campaign, I assume I need to turn that off, but as of now it's been fine. Oh, just barely sneaked in on that one. Oh, there's a chest. Hey, 6 of 8. Pull that off him. And this should be the last one. We'll be done with these two little quests. See if we can go catch that paladin. Just tag along would be great. Jump on in. Music's pretty light in this area. I kind of left all my bass music on because I wanted to experience it. Normally I play most of my games with music off so I can kind of do my own thing. But I've been just doing that. What's going on, Nick? Chemstral, this is with all the settings down. This is all the settings at like a minimum. You up view distance and stuff and you're in these like crazy jungle. I've got view distance turned all the way down so it creates that like fog. To be a little easier on my graphics card so I can encode at the same time. 245. We'll take the gloves.
Vengeance for the fallen. Best if I stay hidden until the time comes to strike. We will bring down Athena together.
Next. Alright. Welcome back, Emily. Yeah, this game has just gotten a lot prettier. They've really upped it. I mean, they upped the drivers and everything required for this one, so this was a big push. But they always up resolutions and stuff at each expansion, but this one was a big push. I think people will have it in their head that it's still like vanilla, and it has never, I mean, it has always been taking steps forward.
You will not escape me, Athena, no matter what dark voodoo you command. She must be nearby.
She's gonna run up all of 12 feet, and then let me talk to her. Collect that experience.
Prepare yourself.
Next. I think I can make that. Oh, platinum. Let's go. Ideally, I guess we can just kill it. It's not like the biggest of deals. I want this platinum. This platinum's like the most valuable thing in the game. So if we do this, and then stun it, I might be able to get a mining off. Oh, I meleeed. Okay, let's just kill it. Yes. So we got a platinum ore. Platinum ore is currently trading at 45 gold apiece. Speak with necessary at the overlook, so I wasn't supposed to jump down, but I did. How do I get back up then? That's what I get for not reading. I just tried to get to the circle. I wanted that platinum. Beautiful. I am Horde, not Alliance. I am Horde. I am a Tauren. I'm a big cow person. Think I can make it over that? Yes, I can. Crap. What is that? Oh, rich platinum. Kill it, kill it, kill it. DPS has been slowly going up since last night. It's not gone up quite as much as I had hoped, I guess, for how much my eye level's improved, but that's probably for the best if the goal was to do a stat squish. Wow. Let's do this and stealth, so that ideally I can make it back without pissing off the whole world. Ah, I see him. Cool.
I knew the blood trolls were a threat. But I never imagined this.
Uh-oh.
If that monstrosity is freed, it will mean the end of Zuldazar.
Oh no, the end of the whole zone. We're gonna have to stop it. We're gonna have to stop it. See, I'll watch some cutscenes. It's that Final Fantasies drag on, and it's like 2 hours. It's the whole cutscene here. Like, this would be a scene change for Final Fantasy, and it would move into a whole second half, and then you would realize, okay, you gotta run 12 feet, and then it would do another one. So this one's queuing us up, and... Oh, nice. Man, I hope that's the mount we get for this faction.
Hold on.
Oh, we're on it. Oh, it's a sweet raptor. It's a sweet raptor. They already have raptor mounts in the game. It's just a cool new skin. Cool. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man.
Looks like we are in the clear.
Looks like we're in the clear. Beautiful.
The blood trolls will be unstoppable. Even with you and the whole it will not be enough. We need a new plan.
We need a new plan, man. She's right.
Hurry! I hear the others nearby.
I think I got a new flight path here. That's what it looks like anyway.
They got a what? I thought you said these things be just a bunch of swamp natives.
This Gahoon
It's a weird, like, swamp Jamaican shenanigans here.
Strategy is required.
Go grab this mess. We want to grab every quest we find in this expansion.
Zandala forever. Zandala will endure. We need more power to stop the blood trolls. There is but one option.
They have a lot of this style stuff, though. Instead of cutscenes, they have, like, they're gonna talk for a bit and do their thing. But during that, you can, like, run around, you can jack with your inventory. I can go to professions and put cooking back on my bar. Ah!
There, Torga, the turtle lore. He is benevolent and wise.
Zandalari is not...
Let us see who else is here. The frog lore.
Oh man, that's being made at a loss. A big loss. That's being made at a loss 100 gold each, so I'm better off just selling this stuff right now.
Hyrik, the bat lore.
Oh.
Somewhere in Nazmir. That cunning lore will know how to stop this.
Have I run any of the new dungeons? I did. I ran 3 of them last night as a tank for the first time. There's 4 for Horde and 4 for Alliance. There's 1 Horde one I haven't seen. And then the Alliance ones unlock at level 120. So the goal is here we're going to push to 116, and then at the end of this we'll line back up and we'll do 117, 118, 119, and 120. Ideally I will finish all the levels today. I don't see why we wouldn't.
And the frog lore. All to stop the blood trolls.
This is the only way to save my people, Rokan. I am willing to give up everything for their safety. Are you with me?
Are you with me? You bet I am.
And so must the Zandalari.
Alright, that node is now done. Or on to the next node it looks like. Okay. Hopefully this isn't just another cutscene. I was just talking about how I like the pacing of the whole first zone. The whole first zone was just wonderfully done. This zone's been a lot more like find the memories, listen to the memories.
Mind you step around me. Hello, my.
Oh, snap.
What you doing here?
Come on.
Who you be?
There we go. The Crocolisk life. And pulling fangs. Next. Okay, got my guardians up. Looks like I get a little bit of loot here. Ooh, nice. That's why the meat's not worth anything, is because it drops so easy. I think it's in our best interest to stay together. There's no reason to not take his DPS for free. Good morning, Mike. Retribution Paladins are so ridiculous out in the world anyway. Especially if we get attacked by Alliance. I mean, I'm like nearly invincible to this stuff, so like the mobs are never gonna kill me, but Alliance totally could. Okay. Whoa, I want that mining.
I'm out of range.
Oh, don't mine it. Because if they mine it, they only have like 10 seconds to mine it or it disappears. But they are not mining it. Perfect. I'll mine it. You guys feel free to pull my Crocolisk off me. I mean, don't pull it out of the thing. There we go. And so this is a mysterious trash pile over here that has appeared. Oh, we've been down this road before.
Greetings, rich man.
Wait, what?
A trash pile just
I have a shiny trinket for you.
That's your tree, why you big one. Here be a sign of me.
Cool. That was neat. Nice big pull here. Looks like we lost our friend, but that's okay. I'm supposed to be absorbing their power here, so I have not been doing that. So that's why he's done with the quest and I'm not, because I don't read quests. There's no alliance on Melganas. It's possible, kitty. It's possible because I chose to opt into war mode, so to fill the server out, if there's not enough Mal'Ganis people, it'll populate it from other servers. So because of the separation with war mode, if most of Mal'Ganis chooses not to opt into war mode, it'll get me. But yes, we are the largest horde skewed server, period. There's no other server that has more horde versus alliance. Alright.
It's too far away.
So it has to be a dead Crocolisk. Okay, there it goes. So much meat. Which is great, because we're going to want a power level cooking today. So we can get in on all the consumable market. I'm pushing for Lore Master today, and I'm pushing for my war campaign today, and then I'd love to get to Professions, which would be cooking and fishing. Cooking and fishing. And then I'll push into... I mean, my mining's leveling up as I go. I don't know if my ore is worth more prospected. Did I forget this one? Yes, I did. 3 of 8. Well, you know what server to make your Draenei on. Yeah, the Alliance on this server do run in groups when you do find them, because it's not safe. But with War Mode, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, if everybody opts out of War Mode for the leveling process, then it could kind of end up very dangerous. The first couple days should be relatively safe on our end, because only people in the war campaign are on our continent. But long term, there's going to be people on both continents. It's just the leveling experience. The Horde has a continent for leveling, and the Alliance has one for leveling. Can I do them all at once? Yes, I can. Well, and that tells me I should go pull this guy. Do one big one here. I don't love how big you can pull as a druid. As a tank. It dies decently fast. It was a lot faster when I had an elemental shaman standing behind me, blasting everything. No. Tap targeting for the lose there. I accidentally pulled more than I needed to. So if you hated the last 2 expansions, should you even give it a shot? I would wait another month or so and see what it shapes up to be. Because right now, I mean, the leveling experience doesn't sum up an expansion. The leveling experience sums up the first week or 2. Maybe the first month is what it kind of defines as far as like the market and stuff like that. I forgot to absorb. But where the expansion settles is really when you start to see that first raid tier. You start to see M pluses drop, mythics drop, I think next Tuesday or something like that. And then we move into M pluses on like September 4th. So I would wait until probably middle of September before I decided if like I really hated the last 2 expansions, if this was more of the same or if it was truly different. I mean, the storyline's taken a change that some people don't like and some people do, but we'll see if that... I mean, it also needs to change gameplay, right? What did you not like about the last 2 expansions that you would hope changed? Looks like there's a rare spawn up. If we can get to it without pulling the whole world. Says I already have the skin for whatever he drops, but that's probably because another rare spawn has an item with a shared skin, because I've definitely never been here. And I doubt he drops an item that somebody else drops. Doesn't mean it can't be a higher eye level than whatever I have. And he doesn't hit very hard. My gosh. What a gentle little Mohawk raptor. I like the change to the world quests instead of dailies over the last couple expansions. The followers and like the garrison type thing seems like a little bit of tedium, but they it does up subscriber numbers, so they're not going to pull totally away from it. But it does seem like they've found like they're trying to shoot for a nice balance this time. We'll see what that's like, because at level 120 I'm going to unlock some form of followers, but it's not. There's not that many of them. I think you only get like 4 this time, and hopefully they're really easy to maintain, and I like that they were maintainable from an app. If I'm going to be sitting on my phone and stuff when I'm not at home playing games, it doesn't make sense why World of Warcraft wouldn't be competing to stay on the front of my mind. So that when I get home, they're still my game of choice. A little bit of lag. There we go. 245. That's an improvement. Put that down there to be disenchanted. And there's the trash truck. We already took out the trash. Otherwise, it's this like frantic mad dash to go get the trash out the back door. When I hear their brakes, a couple houses up. Our trash is picked up by hand. We don't have the bins or anything, so you can kind of beat them, but you got to be quick. You got to basically like rip it out of the can and be tying it up as you walk out of the yard. Tuesday's important because it's also the day we put out recycling, so you don't get recycling again until next Tuesday. Not that recycling's the smelly part of the trash, so we have a can on the side of our house that we can like store that in until we can take it out again.
I sense anger and grief in this place. Whatever transpires.
You're just a normal dude? Yeah, you're just a normal dude. Looks like we found another quest giver here with a rare spawn just north. Oh, 2 quests. Nice. So many rare spawns. I guess let's kill the one to the north first, since I saw him first, and then we'll move to the one southeast. Summoned by an urn. Alright. I'll summon an urn. Bum 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 bum. I'm shocked at how easily everything dies. I expected to feel under-geared. But because of the way world level sync works, like, and because of the amount of gear they've been feeding us, and the occasional fact that the gear upgrades eye level, I've really felt ahead of the curve the whole time. Even though my gear has gone up like 30 eye levels or something over the last 5. You would like to say that you appreciate their add-on stance? Yeah, I mean, 14 does have a larger, like, RP-style community as far as, like, how vocal they are. I don't know whose is actually larger, but WoW's RP community is kind of shoved a little more into a corner. And they do their own thing. It's a significantly less percentage of players, at least what it feels like. Maybe that's not actually true, but the impression they give off. And I think a lot of that has to do with their stance on story. And it's not that WoW doesn't have story, it's just not nearly to the degree, like, it's a huge percentage of content in 14. Like, you can't do any content without being aware of the story, as opposed to here, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to grind some dungeons. I don't need to know anything about this. Or, like, right now, like, I don't have to read these quests. I can just keep pushing, which is what I'm doing. There's something about some trolls, fighting off some blood trolls. Seems like there's different kind of trolls in each of my areas, and we're fighting that off or something. I don't know, I don't read the quests. There we go. I've been enjoying the cutscenes, but they're short. And they don't answer all your questions. Pulling the babies here. Just more and more people jumping in. And there we go. 245. Replace the wrist that we literally just replaced like 4 seconds ago. The last quest gave us wrists. The last quest that we turned in for gear.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Got our ritual powder. Now I think we light the torches. Knock it off. I don't mind killing him, but I don't want to kill him one at a time here. If we're gonna do it, let's just do it. That thing being so much closer to the camera made it look a lot bigger than it is. Okay, one more. I'll have to burn these corpses. My other corpse is already cleared, so I'll have to pull another 5. Not that that's a huge deal. Looks like it might be outside. It is. Then we're waiting for more stuff to spawn. 5 of 5. Four. And can I grab that one? 5. That should be everybody. See if we can bunch them up a little more so I can get them with a single torch at the end. If you guys could stack up, it'd be really convenient for when I have to burn all your corpses. I'm in war mode now, Chemistral. I'm just hoping not to run into people because there shouldn't be that many Alliance players on the Horde continent yet because they'd have to be level capped. So, yes. I mean, I know what you're saying. Do I plan on like actively going into their zone and trying PvP? I do plan on trying it. I don't know if that's going to be something that I'm long-term interested in. There we go. Right now I'm kind of taking advantage of the fact that I can opt into the benefits without having to pay the cost. Like, I shouldn't have to PvP very much. And I'm trying to somewhat keep near other Horde people when possible, so that it decreases the chances that I get found on my own.
Name your lord, so I may name mine.
Okay. Looks like there's some mining to do here. We already did this urn once. I want that mining before that. Ancient Firelessite. Oh, that's not mining. That's a quest thing. You must be affected by spirit powder. Well, where do I get affected by spirit powder? How about all this stuff? Think any of this will have spirit powder? Let's pull more. Because this big guy's not dying anytime soon here. So might as well pull more little stuff. There we go. One left. There's only 15. Gotta do more than that. Yeah, this stuff doesn't seem to really hurt that bad. just trying to take... You're exactly right, Chemistral. Just take advantage of the... I mean, there's a distinct advantage to being able to go into war mode and not have anybody messing with you. A burning crusade. Oh, you guys are punny. Sure I can get a tag on all this. Stuff's dying a lot faster with multiple people here. $36. Shouldn't take too many more. 40. Okay. You must be affected by the spirit powder. Okay. Okay, next. Retrieve, retrieve. Ooh, that was close. Looks like there's another rare mob up. Yep, I'm gonna pull that. It's gonna raise more dead. I'm out of stuns is the problem. Okay. Collecting plenty of artifact power doing all this. Or whatever they're calling it now. Azerite power. Still AP. Looks like there's a chest up ahead. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Dive down this rabbit hole. Beautiful. Alright, could turn this in. See if I've gotten anything else of value. I don't think so. It's all been a whole lot of vendor trash. Some of it being worth something, some not. I found like 5,000 gold in vendor trash and quest rewards so far. Haven't even really been selling anything yet. Do I have a post about what add-on's running? I do. I don't know if it's up to date. It was up to date as of when I shot it, obviously. I do have one up there. So I should probably make another one for BFA since my add-on list has changed and will continue to change. I'll probably redo my UI sometime here in the next patch cycle. I just didn't want to, like, if you're content playing with native, I didn't want to, like, introduce more things that could fail on patch day. In theory, the way they handle expansions and the way they roll out, like, the actual code behind it, so we were on a live client, weeks ago keeps you from having that issue, but that's the theory, not a promise.
The killer left a dagger behind, a minor spell, and there, follow the phantom, and let us see where this worshipper of one someday has gone.
I'm just hoping to find that chest. Looks like that's in a cave. I don't know where the cave is.
This one is going to make a fine prize. Greetings, outsider.
Looks like there's a cave around here somewhere. Probably a very large cave that... Ooh, nope. Maybe it's just right here. Yes.
Won't be shy. You'll be careful.
Clear out a bunch of that. Wow, that's a lot of greens. A substantial number of which are soulbound. Ideally, I have a whole quest of dust to work with for selling the initial enchants. I don't know if the initial enchants will sell at a loss because there's not enough people buying the gear for the number of people leveling enchanting, or what the deal will be. But I want to have options when I hit cap. I found 10 of the new pet badges so far in one of these chests, but that's not too much. So I think we're supposed to slay somebody big here. Blood Witch Namachas, slain. I don't see them. I assume they spawn on this like middle pile. Ah, there she is. You're gonna be ranged too, aren't you? Alright. She's back. Disappeared for a bit. She's got a ton of big casts, Blood Bolt and all that, so I can't chain the stuns close enough together to keep her from casting any of her nasty blood magic here. And she goes down. We'll continue running north. These like swamp trees are cool with these big roots shooting down into the ground. All these ruins everywhere. It's interesting that they're having us come in and like everything's already in such like level of destruction. This ruin is sacred. Trolls won't be following us here. Okay. Blood trolls. Ooh, another flight path. Pterodact Spirit. So it's like a big ghost pterodactyl. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get that as a mount. So I guess we're gonna like restore the spirits of all this area by running around and talking to these guardians. Drain spirit. They look like little like wisp orbs, and I just toss power into them by talking to them, I guess. That was easy enough.
Greetings, outsider. Wait, something is coming this way.
Ah, the witch doctor came in as a crow.
Not a blood troll, or the spirits would have cut you down. I will go on ahead. Prepare for intrusion, my friend. I have come with an urgent request.
I'm gonna place some skulls on these urns around this little like summoning stone here in the middle. Let's see what could go wrong.
No worries, my friend.
I'm ready to begin the ritual. Disguise me. Ooh.
Well, most likely.
Alright, you're gonna shoot some purple beams of energy into me and what, change my appearance? Yes, now I'm a blood troll. Awesome.
Trust me, This will work. There. You have the spirit of a blood troll within you.
I have the spirit of a blood troll within me. But I don't actually look like a blood troll anymore. It changed me back. Oh, no, no, no. Run back. Looks like it's ready for turn-in. Put my monolite ore down here.
What do you need? Take it. Once you get near the camp, you will be transformed into one of them. But
Okay.
be careful. This disguise is not perfect.
So only when I'm near them will I be turned into them. So it's not like Suramar where you were in that mode. I guess it is, because you were only in there in the city. What's happening? I was sick in my bed, and now where am I? Well, these look like ghosts. I don't think this is the area he was talking about.
The candles are placed, and the offerings are ready. Now, the circle must be drawn. Let the vision guide your footsteps to form the ritual circle.
I would love to finish Lore Master today and be done with all that mess.
If the ritual gets sloppy.
There's so many quests and stuff. We finished one zone last night. Just haven't finished the two. Okay. What do you want? Oh, I gotta run in these circles. Some concentric circles on the ground. We saw this in Legion. A quest saw like this. So by running in the circle of the spell on the ground, you can cause the ritual to summon. And then we can beat on the drum. Bum 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 bum.
Great Bonsandi, the drum has sounded in your name. These offerings await you.
Okay. I beat the drum.
I know this voice. And
Ready.
very nice. Come in. Come in.
Samir, the Queen's Blade. So I guess there's another rare spawn up here. Probably somewhere off to the left. No, not in this phase. Because they disappeared when I came out. So maybe it'll be on my way out I can kill it. Because we'll push the phase.
Well, hello there, Hans.
Well, hello there, big floating nasty dark troll. You look like an undead troll. Oh, you have quests for me? Well, then we can be cool. I appreciate the amount of gold you carry. Oh, and you're gonna have some loot for me.
Run along, man. One someday be watching you.
I should be able to negotiate with him and say that the living are paying me better so that he pays me more for quests. Bonus objective. What's my bonus objective? Disrupt more spirits. Okay. I think that's just kill them. Alright. Do it this way. I would like the bonus objective. It gives experience, and it gives me some gold. It's not about the gold. It's mostly about the experience. I mean, we're only halfway through this level. Alright. Collect their ghastly ooze. Vile desecration destroyed. They're like these pus balls on these like artifact ruin things. And I just break them by attacking them? That doesn't, like, injure me at all? I would think you don't touch anything like that, because it's gonna, like, explode out in spores. How do you think these things spread? There's the Warlord. Yeah, everything seems to die nice and easy. Just group it up in big groups and swipe at it. I love how big the AoE of, like, the swipe and everything is of druids. This Thrash, it's ridiculous. Use Thrash, like, every time it's up. Warlord Malaja. Got a war cry? Oh, you're gonna make them bigger. Alright, I can stun that. And down she goes. All your followers are dead. You should just chill. Okay. Pops more of these pus ball things. 5 of 5. Ooh, we got another quest here. We're gonna destroy this seeping corruption. Big blood ball of grossness.
Mother, where are you?
Mother, where are you?
I'm gonna be a lore one day. Yay! Okay, Mother talked about a deal with one Sandy. I bet she's still in the temple somewhere.
Just destroy all this. I'm not going to attack one corrupted spirit. That's a waste of time. Just keep. You being serious right now? Go away. Alright, there we go. Ideally we can pull more than this at once. I mean, that's the whole advantage of being a tank. Yeah, his 1 seems to go down just as fast as 3 did. Or 4 seems to go down just as fast as 1 did, excuse me. My single target DPS is just lacking. There they are. Oh, I was like, I just found something. 230. Not bad. Too bad it wasn't anything I could wear, but level 230 boots is not bad. I'm actually really close to done, and considering I still have another quest to do here, I shouldn't have any trouble completing this. Probably actually over the mark. And there's the other truck. Heard one truck, now comes the other truck. So one of those was recycling, one was trash. They don't always come in the same order. Alright, got our bonus experience. Jump down and focus on the minimum we can do in a second here.
Oh, me and Mother met the priests here. I got this dress from them too. They were so nice.
Alright, Ghost Child. Mother found. Are you inside? You are inside. You're down in the Necropolis catacombs. This doesn't feel safe.
You go on. I'll be right
It's dark
behind.
in here. Okay.
Oh, I think we're close. Mother, where are you?
Who dares disturb my rest?
I found you, Mother.
Oh, found her mom. We dug her up. It's weird. This is a weird quest. Oh no. She got to live forever. She bargained her child, and so now she's upset that I brought her child back to her. Quick question. Do I think Square would ever try a level 100 cap? Yeah. They'll just keep going... They'll just keep going 10 at a time. Morning, Code. Morning, Dark Lantern. Well, keep in mind you don't have to keep adding new skills. So, WoW really hasn't added any new skills in 4 or 5 years. I mean, they've tweaked some things, but a lot of the existing classes play the exact same at 100, 110, and 120. There's some secondary systems like that you opt into, like stats and stuff, where you can like open this up, and there's like all these other things. So there's a lot of passive stuff that gives you control of your character, but your rotation largely doesn't change. And if it does change, it's a shift in priority of the spells, because you may have a stat that makes, so say you're a black mage, they could give a stat that makes ice do more damage, which will shift our desire to like push out of ice and back into fire as quickly as possible. So the rotation may shift, but the skills that you're using to get there won't, because you don't want to add complexity for complexity's sake. So you can make people change their rotation within the existing skills by just creating passives. You want an awakening of some kind? Well, we have several more cataclysmic style events that are supposed to happen. Oh, I shouldn't have come back. I should have waited till I completed all of them, because now I gotta go back out there and come back here. Didn't realize that's what this was doing. Okay. Still a little tired. Just keep moving. Oh, is this another kid to rescue? No. Good.
Selassie. She be dawdling among the living for too long now. Do whatever it takes.
Morning, Chris.
To bring her
Good morning.
soul to the soul. So very patient.
So you weren't able to do 120?
No, not in one sitting, no.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could have stayed up, but I still have the rest of the week that I need to be, like, functioning as an adult. So.
Yeah. I would definitely.
I can't just, because if I'd stayed up, I would have crashed. I would have lost the whole day today. As soon as I hit 120, I would have crashed. And instead, I'm back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Also, to add the codebreaker, like the codebreaker question, and your answer, I could definitely see them doing it. Especially even if they, added like a few skills. Like with this expansion, we got the condension of some skills, where some skills are different, and they've added effects that we had on other skills, and we also got like 4 more skills.
Yeah. I mean, WoW did that for its first 6 expansions, and then we didn't get anything in the 7.0 or 8.0 series as far as new skills goes.
Yeah. I could see them.
That's where they ran into the issue.
Yeah. Even if they didn't do that, like with their skill convention, like if they did that like every 2 patches, where they like merged skills into one, maybe got rid of a few not used skills. I mean, they could probably easily go all the way to even possibly, just by, this is just a speculation, just how like popular both WoW and 14 are. I could see them both going to I-200. I think, isn't WoW already at that?
No.
What is the max?
120.
120. So I could definitely see.
Yeah, but WoW did 80 to 85 and 85 to 90. They did 2 expansions where we only got 5 levels instead of 10.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't think they'll do that again.
That's 5 levels is it's just like, I mean, you can't do that. That's just not right. just from a like how much gameplay you would have, right?
Yeah.
Because think about if we only got 5 levels in 14, that would have gotten us to right after, like with Stormblood. If we'd only gotten 5 levels, we would have hit the dungeon everyone likes.
Well, no, they just would have just condensed all the dungeons. It was the same amount of content. It wasn't like we got half the content that expansion. They just locked it behind less levels to push through. They just said people don't like leveling, let's just do less leveling. Yeah, it wasn't like they gave us half an expansion 2 times in a row.
Yeah. So how far are you? Like, so you're about halfway through the expansion?
Yeah, I'm 115 right now. I'll be 116 in probably the next 20 minutes.
Nice. Hey, Igno.
Give or take. What's going on, Igno?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for UPS to get here.
You don't want the class identity to change too much, because then people play from level 1. So if you do too much skill changes and you start to swap out skills and things like that to add in new flavor, then you have people play the class that are new to the game, and they play through that experience, so they get it at an accelerated rate. So it's not like they're there for the 5 years of development. They play starting at level 1, and within 3 weeks they've gone through 27 new rotations. So you know, that's why WoW has so many specs and classes, because if they want to add something new to the game, instead of like condensing skills and changing an existing class, like, oh, Samurai could play like this and it would still be kind of like a Samurai and it'd just be different, they'll just come up with a different class.
Yeah, I will agree 14 can have that problem. Like, I remember playing, like, I've gone back and, you know, I've got old. I've gone back and played some of the, like, Black Mage. My main, I've been playing it since 2.4. I mean, it was my second job to max. I love Black Mage. And you've been playing it longer than I have. And the identity for Black Mage has completely changed, especially at lower levels. And even like the Heavensward, like the Heavensward rotations are nothing like they were in Heavensward.
Alright, 250 and we'll take the 250, I guess. Oh, an upgrade. Beautiful. That's so cool. What a cool mechanic. Every time you receive a quest item, that like the eye level, it has a chance to boost the eye level for you up to like rare quality. You can actually get an epic quality too, it just never seems to happen.
Well, I am almost level 34.
What it takes to face me, little thing?
I have many lucky dudes you like.
But you'll be meeting the same fate as all who refuse Gahul. Rise, minions! Rise and this! Your soul for me, master! Your soul for Gahul! Champion!
Now we kill the next thing. Grandmother Athena. Grandmother. Enough. That's a long route. I'm liking it, Igneal. It's pretty. It's paced well. The first zone was paced beautifully. There's been very few issues logging in and stuff. There was one at the beginning and then one when they were rolling out some hot fixes last night. 253.
Oh, so did they fix that problem that everyone was having?
Yeah. Seems to be pretty smooth.
Good.
I'm getting a little bit of client lag every time but I think that's my add-on trying to track every item in the game.
And I will say that I've only been playing, I've been in Eureka most of the game. The hot fixes they added did fix a lot of the issues. There's still a few, but 90% of them are fixed.
What's going on, Julie? How is it compared to Stormblood? I would say so far the pacing feels better than Stormblood did on day one. The launch was much smoother than Stormblood's. The way they handle instancing and stuff is just a lot more clever than a lot of the various choke points that Final Fantasy shoves in because of their level design.
I have much more to do.
I am not obviously done. I did Stormblood in I think 2 sittings, and I'll do this in 2 sittings. So I mean that's a fair question. My initial impressions of the game so far is it's very, very large, and it has a much broader sense of content available at day one. That being said, we don't get our first raid tier until September, so we'll see how that rolls out as well.
Oh, so it's just leveling content right now. There's no raid.
There's dungeons and stuff, and there's the first what are called mythic dungeons are available next Tuesday, and then a bunch of stuff becomes available today, and then there's all the regular dungeons and stuff, so you're gonna have to gear up for that. So it's gonna take a month to be the eye level they expect you to be. So like people who want to be like world first on all those on the first raid tier, like they have a lot of content to churn through in a month. Many of them are required to play, like when you go read about method and stuff, they're required to play 14 hours a day for the next month straight. To prep, and then when they go into a raid tier, they play 14 hours a day. So they'll be playing 14 hours a day for 6 weeks before they get a break again.
Yeah, most raid groups, it's nearly a full-time job on any MMO.
I mean, method is full-time. Method's sponsored. There guilds like that don't really exist for 14. There isn't the same market for it. WoW being such a bigger game and having such a bigger online presence here in the US, it's easier for them to have paid guilds that draw salaries and things like that.
Yeah, I think I heard there are the
story's been good, right? I mean, I don't read the quest. Zach was enjoying it. I've been watching the cutscenes and I enjoy all the talking. The zones are very immersive, so you definitely feel the texture of each zone. It's not just like a zone. And then the NPCs, if you put a different set of NPCs and creatures in it, it would feel different. The zone design, if you pull all these monsters out, you're still going to visualize blood trolls here, you know? So after the World Tree burns, Alliance came to take Lordaeron for strategic reasons. So Horde took over Kalimdor. There were 2 continents in vanilla, and Alliance had a capital on what is now our continent, and then we had a capital on what is now their continent. And so they came to destroy Lordaeron, and basically it's still very much us against them. And now we've come to the old world continents that kind of predate. It seems like they've always been here. So we're on the Troll continent, and they're on whatever their continent is. And then when you go into war mode, we actually go onto their continent with the objective of sabotaging and hurting them. So I'm on my continent right now, helping trolls fight to defend this continent from other trolls. So right now we're fighting off the blood trolls.
Dark times for Zandala.
We were dealing with snake people in the first zone.
To your mother. I be going now.
And where is it? There it is. It's somewhere here there's a thing to drink. Well, got it.
How are we going to get out of this one?
Oh.
Try to come back in one piece.
Cool. Did we try the new event? Brian did, and he put out a guide on it. I have not played it yet. It's up till the 23rd, I think. Should be on his thumbnail. And
yeah,
so I've got some time. So I'm focused on this today, and then I'll play that. Probably later in the week. When I want a break from WoW. Because right now I'm still excited to just be in a new stuff, and I really want to be level capped. Alright. I think that treasure chest is up in that little hut. Let's go grab this treasure chest real quick. Beautiful. So because we're in the Blood Elf area, our disguise is working so far. Nothing's detected us. Don't know if it's going to work forever. They don't seem to mind that I'm like a Blood Elf Druid either, because I'm keep doing all my shape-shifting forms, and that doesn't seem to mess with them. Alright. Oh, another quest. Alright. I'm ready. You want me to listen to you? I'll listen. Witness my power, mortal! And know that you can have a part of it. Ugh. There's no hope. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I can tell you that right now. Oh, anything that can drop loot, I am down to just push through right now. You included, so it's in your best interest not to have loot.
Stay away from
Yeah.
I'm ready to receive your first mojo and destroy the burial grounds. Alright, let's do it. Stay focused. Oh, another quest. Let's go grab this. We want to keep grabbing all the quests because I don't know what all overlaps with what. And looks like there's a rare mob here. I think I can take it by myself. Looks pretty nasty. It's gonna be slow, but should be
You're
able to
a
take
tank,
it
you can survive it. True?
Yeah, I mean, most likely. I don't have great gear. Yeah, he hurts. Sure, somebody will hop in and finish off the last 5% for me. Oh, got a little low. There's a lot of stacks of poison. Need that poison to fall off. Ooh, got some noxious trousers. All right, some Crocolus trousers. That's a big upgrade. 245 over 235. And
So are like the
glamour is
eye level
great.
comparisons between the two games kind of similar? Like,
No. Totally independent systems. We were at 1,000 last expansion. Totally separate. They're just numbers.
well, yeah.
Your bones gonna serve us well.
I have no idea where we'll end up. I think we'll end up in... I mean, they're not... Oh god, I may have overpulled. I didn't realize I wasn't at full life. God.
So you can speculate how high y'all would
Oh, and I'm down.
this expansion.
I overpulled. I can't what?
Like speculate like how high y'all would probably go like at the end of.
No idea. No idea. People are already finding BOE 350s, so I mean it's scaling back up pretty quick. So we'll see. Our DPS numbers have gotten a lot lower too. We were doing millions of damage, now we're doing single-digit thousands. There we go. You don't like the new summer outfit, Emily?
You can't hide from the blood.
Probably the females. The females, it looks better than the typical, but still it's a bit cheap.
There we go. So many blood trolls. They're pulling blood off of this like center platform somehow. Like this big summoning ghost thing seems to be benefiting them. Empowering them with something. I don't think they're gaining life back, so I think it's just making them hit harder than I'm expecting. Alright. Let's knock down his totem, see if that weakens him. We can do a nice big pull here, now that I'm at full life.
Watch your blood! Watch your blood!
I know I could take this with Zach. I don't know if I can take this here. We'll find out. Ah, no, not careful, careful. I accidentally pushed myself out of bear. That'll probably get me killed on its own. No. No! They're starting to die. Run! Got this whole army chasing me. I wanted to see how much I could pull. This is clearly over the number. Alright, I think I mauled it all down. Ah, fail. Okay, we just killed like 30 things. Wow. Now we'll destroy some of these totems here. My healer did need to adjust, man. Says there's like a blood fetish over here. There we go. Hexer Nanakwang. Got these skinny little troll legs in all their little outfits. I can't tell if this dude or girl is even wearing pants. I think they're just wearing like a little thong thing and some weird sandals. Must be warm here in the jungle. Makes sense, I guess. I interrupted their ritual, and then I'm mad that they're attacking me. Alright. That one's done. Now we run back this way, and there's something on this pile of bones. Oh, what was that? I just got an achievement. Progress. Something. Says there's something I can do here. Oh, I just destroy the mound. I can light it on fire with this torch. Got it. Now we'll light the next one on fire. I'm at 95%. I don't know if pulling that last one, if burning the last one before I'm at 100 will remove my ability to get the bonus objectives. So we're going to go ahead and pull all these skeletal raptors and bone worshipper dudes and burn them down. I assume this is enough to finish my quest. I mean, you can't pull like this in Final Fantasy, ever, as a solo, even as a tank. Like, it just isn't, and so it feels good. And you have to weaken the individual mobs to make this possible. Like, you can't just... That way there's, like, instead of, like, one guy having all the abilities, it's like, okay, there's one guy that's a caster, there's a bunch of guys that are just smacking you. Here we go. You wonder what if it looks nice. 14 can get you off into some pretty weird looking stuff. Most games, you're kind of safe from that. Humbling the terrors. 14 has some like really like S&M looking stuff sometimes. Okay. Off over to this side of the swamp.
Hey, Chemistro, yeah, dyes do cost a lot. That's why you level your crafters. Then you just craft the dyes.
I think. Oh, looks like there's a chest here. Abandoned treasure. Oh, maybe it wasn't so abandoned. This tree giant mutation thing. Shambling ambusher. Emerges. He's got some green energy shooting from him, which is only weird because the Blood Elves have had like red energy shooting from him. So I don't know what his deal is. He's like,
Ooh. Hey Chris, someone just linked the the battle axe for Bogdos. Yeah. And oh, them stat weights are beautiful.
oh yeah.
Of course, strength, vitality, crit, skill speed. Not a direct hit at sight. Oh, that is beautiful stats for a warrior.
And there we go. The Shambling Ambusher is down. Found 50 more artifact power. Very nice. How do I get where this thing needs me to go? I can't tell what it's looking for. I don't care if you link Emily. I mean, I don't know what the filter will do, but I don't care. Prefer a little context for links instead of people coming in and just dropping random stuff, but that's about it. Humbling in power.
It's too far away.
Looks like I just have to wait for this thing to spawn again. Drop into bear form and wait. I'm so close to leveling. So close.
I need to get closer.
Ah, he's back up. Of course, right after I pull. Empowered Caladron. Alright, he's like a weird necromancer troll. Got some skeletal sorcerers attacking me here. Let's see if I can group them all up so I can attack them as a group. Nice big wide swipes here. They're hard to get to stack exactly on top of each other. Which is pivotal for the bear AoE. Because my Thrash ability only has so much range. I mean, it is 360 degrees, but it's the radius that's the issue. Okay. I think this stuff's getting a little tougher because I haven't been pulling quite as big. Just tear this down first. Frenzied Regeneration is a ton of health gain, but it's not perfect. Come over and take out the other guy. Down at about half-life here. Reconstructed Terror's beating on me pretty good. I didn't realize he was elite when I pulled him. I burned all my defensive cooldowns just now. Oh, I can reduce his health by using an item. Well, that makes that go a lot faster. Okay. I showed him. Have they ever what?
Have they ever done that before in WoW?
Yeah.
Like where you use an item and it
removes whatever is empowering them? Yeah. Yeah,
I know 14 does it a lot. It kind of, people are like, how do you kill this thing? And then we literally say, use a shout, use the item in your inventory. And I will say, it does look nice, Emily.
They gave me a blood fetish. There we go. 5 of 8. Yeah, that makes them hit a lot less hard. Jacking with them with the blood fetish. Oh my gosh, they die so fast. 3 of 3, that one's done. Now we just gotta kill these blood sorcerers. We need 8 of them. We're at 5. 3 more to go. Six of 8. Down he goes. Jump past the bone pile here. Number 7 is down. Ideally, we don't pull that big construct beyond. Yep. I assume that my blood fetish will still work, even though I've killed the 3 that I need, just in case I run into one. But that is 8 of 8. I do want to sneak past this guy, so I'll jump into my cat form, which has a stealth, and we'll sneak past him to grab this monolite deposit. And actually, it looks like there might be a monolite seam. Seams are like big ore deposits, and there's one inside. There we go. Lost spawn of Krog. I don't know what that just did for me. Okay. Let's jump south and go slay this guy. We've got a wanted poster, it looks like, looking for Tojack. So we'll go do that, because I assume that turns back in with all this other stuff. Ooh, Triceratops. Nice. Those little gnarl roots there at the base of the tree, those are, those look like herbalism, but they're not marked as herbalism. Go ahead and see if I can grab that, see what it does. Gnarl root. Progress. I don't know what that is. Sample all the edibles within Nazmir. Okay. It's an achievement. Those are little hidden things. Nice. Something I would have to Google if I hadn't just been finding them midstream. Streaming some Monster Hunter World. Very nice. Well, thanks for hanging out, Chemistrol. Enjoy Monster Hunter World. Tojek is up. Tojek's a big Triceratops, but instead of being red like the other ones, he's got this nice, like, white. I dig it. There's a Triceratops mount. I don't know the coloring on it. There's also a Brontosaurus mount. It's very tall. It's 5 million gold, though, which is, I don't know. Uh, 25 times 15 is, that's $375 worth of gold if you were to just pump cash into Blizzard to buy that mount. Okay, Tojek is down. We'll come turn in an unfortunate event first. Oops, more mining. Monolite deposits. There's some cool blue rifts with this, like, orange glowing junk. What is this? Ow, it hurts. No, it helps. It helps. I knew it was doing something. Didn't seem to hurt. That's interesting. I don't know what this orange goo is. And it's venting off with, like, blue flame. Interesting. Some more raptors. See if we can sneak past them. Ignore the big purple goos. Tar-oo goos. It's a very Land Before Time interpretation of how things were. Okay. Oh, nice big, rich storm silver deposit. Awesome. I just pulled a lot of stuff. I'd prefer not to have to kill it all just for one little deposit. Alright. Just gotta kill the one Fen Claw Runner. The two Fin Claw. Oh, this was a stalker. He was watching me. The runner seems to have a lot less life. Okay, they're both down. We'll mine our rich storm silver here. I haven't gotten a leveling up item in any of them yet. So I don't know what it's going to take to get to level 2, but I guess I'll just have to keep at it.
Our kingdom will be defended. What you want, rich man?
Okay.
Okay, so be it.
And we're doing some sweet leaf here. Sweet leaf bush. Harvest. Check. Gonna harvest the next one. This guy, I'm sorry, but you've been exiled for your crimes. Alright. Do you wanna stay here if you fed? Do you wanna leave or be fed to the raptors? Those are his options. Sweet leaf. We'll jump in on this just, I mean, it's already that close to being done. Might as well grab the loot. Help out. I probably would have had to pull anyway to grab this sweet leaf if they hadn't been here.
I'm out of range.
These Finclaw stalkers are everywhere. And they're not very sneaky. 2 of 6 sticky tar. Those tar oozes don't drop sticky tar nearly as often as I would like. We'll go grab over here. What's going on, Gnosis? Yes, new expansion dropped yesterday evening. Today is the official launch day, but they did launch at the same time worldwide, so that means those of us on this side of the international date line got in yesterday evening. Everybody else got in on the morning of the 14th. It's been nice. Trying to hit the new level cap. Should hit 116 here soon. Okay. Yeah, let's capture a new pet. Going into a pet battle. Ba-na-na. Cool, sticky oozling. Cool. New pet battle music is awesome. I dig it. It's a weird interpretation of a song I've heard before. Uh-oh. Oh no. Don't die, Snake. Capture the sticky oozling. Very nice. Now we'll swap. We'll swap to my personal world destroyer and take out the 2 elusive skimmers. I don't ever heal this guy. I just let him die because he's the low level 25 in the group, so he'll soak up too much experience. So letting him die is actually a good thing. And then you just res him after the battle. You just want him to do enough damage that the other level 25 can do his piece. Oh, and now he's down, and then he always comes back.
Hey, top of the morning, everybody.
What's going on, Brian?
Not much, not much. If my typing comes across, let me know, Chris. I've got the special sound reducer mic, but I can switch to push to talk if needed. And no kids right now, because you know,
you misplaced them.
No, thankfully no.
Not even concerned.
Like, you ever want to know? Well, no. It's like if you ever want to, like, what is Brian afraid of? It's like he's afraid of literally dropping the ball when it comes to his kids. It's like, are they safe? Like the best part of the day. I love playing with them, but the day is like, oh, they're both in bed and asleep. I know where they are. Nothing can hurt them. This is great. And it's just because like Annie's walking and toddling, so she's falling down all over the place, and it's just like, oh, poor kid. But she'll get it.
All right, caught a new pet. The sticky oozling.
So how long did you end up going last night? Because like I went to bed and you were still playing.
Played till about 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had a couple of really. They did a hotfix. So, and then of course the problem with the hotfix is that all their efforts to get everybody to log in slowly by letting people log in advance. Mm-hmm. Then of course all the high pop servers, which I am on one, kept going down because everybody on a high pop server was trying to log in at once. So as soon as they did the hotfix, all the small servers were fine, but then all the big servers were just crashing over and over and over because we were all slamming into it. So it took me probably took a half hour to sort itself out. But I was getting to play and people on my server were not, so the hotfix fixed all that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. They were having some issues with, basically to help with the load, they do a lot of like instancing, but then what happened is there's a single quest where it puts everybody in an instance, and everybody was hitting that quest at the same time, so it was spinning up 10 million instances. So I don't know how they fixed that.
Round one extreme.
Well, it's really unfortunate because, like, yeah, I remember that of Stormblood, and we keep saying like, why can't they do it this way? And it's like, oh man, I bet it's complex. I bet
there's a lot of smart people in a room.
Yeah, but it's still at the end of the day, I think
just a hardware
from an engineering hardware, and I think it's just a hard solution to find because
Why would we ever let the game get so light on hardware that we could afford to do this? That means that we're not running the best game possible.
Yeah. Like, the question then would be is, it just tells me that there just isn't a really true test environment outside of going live. That WoW has made a lot of progress in how they pre-patch and how they do all these things, and these obviously help.
I've got 9 hours in the expansion, and I had one bad half hour.
One thing.
In Final Fantasy, I think I went to bed. Forget this. This is awful. I logged in just fine. And it was 5 hours in before they did that patch, and I was fine that whole time.
So they basically did have a Browbon Extreme moment in the patch.
I guess, if that's what you want to call it, but it's not the same. Like, it was so much less. They outperformed Final Fantasy so much better as far as launch day comes. I mean, that is literally like saying that you got an offender bender, so that's the same as when I totaled my car once. Like, that, it's not the same.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Stormblood was a massive problem on launch.
Well, a lot of people also with Stormblood's launch.
You had people hit level cap in under 7 hours in WoW. That tells you how smooth the launch was. That couldn't have been done on Stormblood. You couldn't even log in.
There were people in 14 who were level capped in about 5.
I would love to see the actual
everything.
Cap.
They were able to. I don't remember. It was like one guy said he was done with the entire expansion, and he was one of the, like yourself, you know, skipping all the cutscenes. He was able to. He never hit route line. He never hit Pippin or anything.
Alright.
So I think they've substantially outpaced Stormblood as far as a launch day smoothness goes.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I know. Shiloh, come back here. Shiloh, come here. That's kind of where I'm like, it's always that give and take of like, I'm taking time off and playing this game, and then it's like, and there's all kinds of problems, and it kills me. It breaks my heart because I know a lot of people, you know, don't necessarily have the ability to sit here and say like, I'm gonna keep playing this game, and oh, in 2 days I'll be fine. It's like, no, in 2 days I got to go back to work, and I was planning on trying to get all my progress done now.
Welcome, Astral. Thanks for hitting the follow button over there on Twitch.
Hey, Astral. Welcome, welcome.
Go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Come on.
I think we need. I do agree. We do need test servers to test out this. What we need to do. So like a month before, what they need to do is release maybe not a test server, but a stress server. So if you actually log in, if you have the game pre-ordered, they just go, hey, we want you to go to this website, say you're pre-ordered.
Yeah, all the rooms we hope, but yeah.
And everyone that's pre-ordered goes to that website at the same time. Stress to test what the stress is going to be like patch day, launch day.
The only, I mean, and not shooting you down, Sparta, because I literally think that, I mean, that sounds like a great idea. But how many people are actually going to then do that to really give it that that sympathetic? Now, what I'm hoping that 5.0, like kind of what Chris did. Remember with 4.0, we got like the battle system changes and all of that. Like it would be cool if like whether it's a week or 2 weeks before quote unquote the expansion, all that gets pushed in. We don't have access to the new zones or jobs or anything, but all of a sudden it's like go nuts. And
I didn't even say. Maybe give us access to the new jobs too.
Oh, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it.
60 to 70.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Do you think the new jobs are going to start at 60?
Just going by how, cause see.
What's up? They all come out of windows. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Sparta.
So going by like how, so like. When Heavens were dropped, we got level 30, which was the halfway point, because they didn't have like a level cap before level 50. So we had a level 30. And then the Stormblood drops, we get level 50. So I'm thinking like we're probably going to see level 60 being the minimum eye level for the jobs that drop in.
What do you think, Chris? Do you think we're going to see the new jobs introduced at 50 or 60? For 5.0.
Probably 60.
So I guess I'm the odd man out because I honestly I think 50. I think 50 is the perfect level for starting the new jobs.
Yeah, I could see that too. And if it is 50, though, I definitely would see them releasing it.
Oh, that'd be great.
A month early,
right? And then you just have it still capped because the quote unquote expansion hasn't dropped. So all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, you can kind of spend a couple weeks playing with them and getting ready for that job to take them through the new expansion. That'd be cool.
If you're starting at 50, that means you're gonna. Let's say you want to do it. Like let's say just as a theory, we're throwing it out there. We get Blue Mage. Everyone wants Blue Mage.
Not everybody. Not everybody, but yeah.
A good chunk of the community have.
I think most of the people on this voice chat right here want Blue Mage.
Yeah.
I'd love to know from chat, like if chat where chat falls. Like if you had to pick between what's another good job? I would say Blue Mage Dancer, but there's Puppet Master. There's
In this example, are we choosing, or it's just I can have whatever I want and Blue Mage? Like I don't think there's anybody who's like I would hate Blue Mage. It's just there are people who are like, well, if I got Blue Mage, that means I'm not getting what I really want.
Right. But I'm saying is that you have to pick between Blue Mage and some other job, and the only way we can really have a true like A/B test.
I'd probably take Dancer as a healer first.
Okay. So Blue Mage we got Immortal saying Geomancer. So it's I don't think we need another tank and heals. For the reasons why people typically propose that, Mike. Now,
I think we do need one from the standpoint of I would like more than 3 forms of tanking. I don't think it's going to alleviate tank queues at all.
No.
Yeah.
I just think it would give me more variety as a tank, but I don't even have all 3 of my existing ones leveled up. I just like that. I like that WoW has 6.
What's the leveling experience after cap on WoW? What do they do? Is it Mythic? Everything pushes you to Mythic, or
no? So there's multiple things. So the first thing you're going to be doing is your world quests, which is your beast tribes. But instead of them being go do these same 3 dry quests over and over, they basically pick quests throughout the zone, and you go from the leveling experience, and you go recycle those quests. So the advantage is they can pick your favorite quests, and there will be, let's say, 10 world quests up at a time, and they'll say, hey, we're going to thank you if you do 4. So it encourages you to like kind of cherry pick the quests that you liked. So, and your favorite quest on day 1, you may eventually get tired of that, and you can just pick a different. And those are constantly cycling. Then you're going to spend time in dungeons. At first, we're going to be in normals, and then we're going to be in heroics, and then mythics will drop on September 4th, and that's kind of your hardest mode until M+ drops, and M+ will drop with the first, sometime around the first raid tier. And then
so that's in September.
That's for your hard mode. Yeah, that'll be September. That's for your hard mode. And then for people that don't want to be in hard mode, there will be a war mode campaign, which is open world like PvP and questing and stuff that's going on. So there's so many types of progression. Imagine if Final Fantasy all at one time had Eureka, Deep Dungeon, Fates, and Leaves all active at the same content patch. That's what WoW feels like.
Yeah.
All of their systems are available at the same time. That's the issue they had in Draenor, is they overwhelmed people.
Yeah, that's why I think
Legion it felt nice.
Want to do it.
In Legion it felt really nice.
Now as for a tank and healer, I'd like to see something that adds to the gameplay. So it's like I'd love a tank and healer class for that, but I don't think it's going to solve any queue time, like you said. I think what would solve queue times, and we proposed this, and I've actually, I keep talking about this, on the forums and then on the channel, is give me a reason to make XP worth something at level cap.
Right.
Right.
So people are already capped, right? So people, by 7 hours in last night, there were already like 20 or 30 people at cap. So there's dozens and dozens and dozens of people at cap now. And they're all pushing through other stuff. So they're all going to be geared up. So why would they keep running dungeons once I'm at cap, since they will have already run all these dungeons a million times? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, dungeon loot can be upgraded. So say dungeon loot for a dungeon drops at eye level 100, right, for easy math here. There is a chance every time dungeon loot drops that exact same piece of gear drops, and it's actually at 120, and there is a rare chance that is at 140. So you can actually get better gear by just running the same dungeon over and over. because it's the same
does
loot.
gear level up or anything like that?
And then you have artifact power, which every time you kill a boss in a dungeon, it's going to give you 15. Every world quest will give you like 75, and various things like that, and up to 150 depending on the quest, because basically the more labor intensive the quest, the more it'll give you. And you're leveling up your gear. So I have I have a necklace on, and there's 3 pieces of artifact gear, and you level them up, and they have their own passive stat line. So if I open up my character pane, and I open up my chest here, I can't do that if I'm currently in combat. I might get an add-on stopping that. Okay, so I open up my shoulders. I got to choose these, and as I level them up even more, I'll be able to choose other abilities to activate as well. And so, like this says, dealing a damage has a chance to call down a thunderous blast, dealing 707 nature damage to the enemy, and increasing the damage of thunderous blast by 20%. At 100% damage, it'll critically hit and then reset this effect. And so, like, it doesn't change my rotation. It doesn't really change my playstyle heavily. It just augments my playstyle. And so there's a whole gear set progression, and you're leveling that. That has an experience to it. So you want to keep leveling that, and that can level infinitely. The way they balance that is it'd be like letting the relic system level up infinitely. So imagine if to buy a piece of gear took you 3 Pazuzu feathers, and then to upgrade it to rank 2 took 5 Pazuzu feathers, and then to upgrade it to rank 3 took 10 Pazuzu feathers, and then 20, and then 40, and then 80, right? And so it just kept taking more and more and more Pazuzu feathers, but you were only seeing a linear increase in stats. All of a sudden you would have somebody that's 10,000 Pazuzu feathers ahead of you, and they're only doing 5% more damage.
So what I did on the outside front.
So they do get something. It's just not game breaking. And then what you do is, just like we roll out new tomes to overwrite gear as a catch-up mechanic, you say, well, on week 1, Pazuzu drops 1 feather. On week 2, he drops 2 feathers. On week 3, he drops 3 feathers. On week 4, he drops 5 feathers. On week 6, he drops 7 feathers. On week 8, he drops 13 feathers. And so, like, the number of runs it takes to get to that 10,000 point, you can grind him till you're blue in the face this week, and I can wait 5 weeks and grind him for 2 hours and be caught up with you.
This is the sad thing about, like, and I will say this, if you have extra Pazuzu feathers or Protean crystals or Animus crystals, like, currently, unless you're looking to do another gear set, just throw them.
Well, and then the other thing that... So the other thing they do is, you talk about that, so why would I keep doing Beast Tribes after I'm at cap and I have the mount?
Yeah.
I have plenty of ventures. Like, what is the reason for Beast Tribes in our game?
Yeah,
there's nothing. Well, what if I'm capped on all my jobs?
I don't do my Beast Tribes. I mean,
so
like,
the way they encourage you to do your Beast Tribes here, your world quests, is after you hit cap with a Beast Tribe, right? They call them reputations. After you hit Exalted with a reputation, if you keep doing Beast Tribes for that, it has an experience bar, and when that experience bar completes, you get a cachet with loot in it. And that loot has a chance of having, a mount that's themed to that Beast Tribe. A different mount than the one you buy. So there's one you buy, just like normal, but then there's a bonus mount.
Yeah, that's where the Beast Tribes end up failing, is that very point, is that it's that constantly scaling and repeatable. Same thing with your personal level. It's like all of that needs to say, and it doesn't have to be guaranteed, you know? It just has to be that fun little loot box, because it's not that important.
Right, because the way level syncing works out in the open world here, if Brian decides to play Battle for Azeroth 3 months from now, I will still happily come help him level. It helps my character. Now, yes, it would be more optimal if I would go do in-game content, but I'm not going...
You're not being punished.
I'm not being punished, I'm just being suboptimal. So... Might overput it.
But also, yeah, like currently, like with Pagos, like, I have not found any reason that have Pazuzu feathers or, and I really hate that because I have hundreds of Pazuzu feathers.
Shoot. Go. Get out.
So that's a missed opportunity. Like, why can't we trade in like feathers and other stuff before we upgrade for?
Oh no, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I gotta run. I gotta reset him. I'm gonna die here. Yep. Man, so pre-115, I had access to my legendaries, and my legendaries do, like, my legendary did all kinds of damage. Post-115, I lost access to my legendary, and then I'm going to be replacing it with whatever the new system is, but they haven't given me that thing yet, so I'm actually just weaker at the moment for being 116. Which reminds me, I should probably go take my break and reset the stream and everything like that. Let me get rezzed here. I'll finish this quest. God, there's so many of them.
I'm gonna trade those.
Let's be a little more cautious here. Because I feel like my DPS has actually gone down. Maybe they'll give me really good gear here in a second. Because I think I'm supposed to unlock like another ability to like increase my shoulders and stuff after 115. So there's supposed to be some trade-off system that's starting to take place as it phases me into 120. So yes, so and same with PvP. So right now in PvP in Final Fantasy, you can have experience, but there's a static amount of that you need, right? There's a finite amount of experience you can gather, even across all your classes. There is a day, if you play PvP infinitely, there is a day where experience is worthless. And then they give, like, wolf marks and stuff, but even if you buy it all the gear is glamour, there is a day, if you play it infinitely, where you would be out of uses for wolf marks. And so on and so forth. Like, every reward PvP has right now, it is possible to get to the point where you do not need that anymore.
Well, it used to be, and this is actually a caveat, that they made it that way. It used to be that the system would not have an expiration date for the wolf marks because there were potions that boosted your like stats. They got rid of them, so it's like, okay, now you've made a what was an infinite become a finite. Like you're saying.
So now we have what's called a prestige system in PvP. And basically you have a PvP level. And so for the first 20 PvP levels, you're unlocking like PvP passives and stuff like that. So it's a very similar system. So if you want to be good in PvP, you need to plan on grinding to level 20, and that's the reward for doing that. And everybody needs to plan on grinding that much. And they do. And it's fairly easy to hit. But after level 20, it just starts, it just keeps going. And like, for example, there's a different, like my bear can be this like crazy red bear with like orange spikes coming out of his back that looks awesome and super ferocious. And to unlock that cosmetic, I cannot kill this stuff. To unlock that cosmetic, I have to go hit prestige level 80 in PvP, which is a lot. So they just kind of said, I mean, do you want to do it? Do it. And we'll just keep putting rewards further and further out there, and they're just cosmetic. I cannot kill that stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna go back to town here and see if they have like some crazy reward for me, and that'll be a chance to reset the stream and everything. I've got a ton of completed quests.
Well, yeah, that is the only thing I can see about the beach tribes that do have it. Like I was willing to point out, there is one thing that you could do, like repeatedly, to keep doing the beach tribes, if you're a crafter, because there are some crafting items. It's just easier just to do the beach tribe. Do it once a day or 3 times a day. And you can just go buy the crafting item instead of having to gather the materials.
I need you alive.
That's about the only reason why I could see like doing them constantly. But even then, if you're a max level gatherer crafter, gathering the map sometimes is easier than doing the beach trap.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm about
And it
to
says
take my
World of
break.
Warcraft is now playable.
You're gonna play well, Brian.
Well, Chris and I talked about it. I don't own it, so I just was like, I should fire up the old the thing. So it's like, yeah, update, sure, why not? The biggest question is time. At the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
the work to game piece, work is legit. It is not just a name.
On that note, I am actually going to take my my break here.
Cool.
I'll be back in 5 minutes or so.
Go stretch those legs.
So I'm gonna go stretch my legs and grab a quick snack and kind of just get out of my desk, and I will be back in just a little bit.